vous êtes là ce matin pour parler justement de ce sujet. Et nous disons, la crise du nozo parle-t-elle au 20 mai? Alors, lorsque j'ai discuté avec les anglophones, de temps en temps, ce que nous appelons vulgairement au Cameroun les anglophones, c'est-à-dire nos frères du nord-ouest et du sud-ouest qui parlent anglais, ils disent toujours ceci. L'unité qui a été mise sur pied en 72 avait été mal gérée. On n'a pas tenu compte des doléances des anglophones. Et donc, certains pensent toujours que la partie anglophone avait été flouée. Alors, vous êtes toujours dans cette logique où alors les choses ont évolué et le système actuel a dû rattraper un certain nombre de couacs?
Well, you're talking about anglophones, so-called anglophones in Cameroon, and I would like to address the issue in English. I think you had the professor trying to bring out historical facts. You listen to him very well. We hear how the northern Cameroons was absorbed in Nigeria. Of course, he mentioned the fact that the reality of southern Cameroons was not the same like the reality of northern Cameroon. But unfortunately, southern Cameroon found itself in Cameroon as being absorbed, as being assimilated. It's like the brothers of French Cameroon considered us as their new colonized people. They treated us as if they colonized us, and that is wrong. That is a very, very fundamental problem. Now, I am not of those who spend time 53 years after to start saying, oh, what did the British do? What did the French do? 53 years after, as a people, we were supposed to have had the time to ask ourselves, what Cameroon do we want for our children? What Cameroon do we want for posterity? 53 years after, as a people who have integrated, intermarried, and done a lot of things together, why is it that in our institutional functioning we are unable to make our unity functional in the best interest of the Cameroonian people? Because I must tell you, all what is happening now is making the common man in Cameroon suffer. The elites are enjoying. When I talk about the elites from so-called Anglophone region and so-called Francophone region, they seem to have constituted a Cameroon for themselves up there, and the common man has another Cameroon for himself apart, and they are suffering. Today, the so-called my brothers from the northwest and southwest take the credit for being those that are standing at the forefront to cry that injustice, to cry that injustice. How can you explain, Mr. Parfait, that we came to form a commission of bilingualism and multiculturalism, which we are yet to define the essence of that commission? Since 1961, are we supposed to be still here today to maintain on the exigency of translation of official documents, the exigency of bilingualism? Is it still the fault of the colonial master? 53 years now, we are in Cameroon today. Bilingualism is supposed to be a strength to us and not still portrayed as a weakness. Cameroonians being bilingual is an advantage. It opens them to the external world and is supposed to bring more opportunities. But because of the way we have managed it, we have made it a problem. And how was it made a problem? A problem because Cameroon has been managed for the past 53 years principally through what I call political dupery. Political dupery. In 1972, what was organized in 1972 was just a scenery, it was a play, c'était comme un film that they just organized that they made a referendum. Comment? How can you explain the essence of a referendum within a one-party system? Parti unique veut dire une seule idée politique. Quel était le sens d'un référendum? What sense did a referendum mean in that context? It was everything but political dupery. They said they have portrayed Cameroon. They have portrayed federalism as dividing Cameroon. They said they are going in 20th May. They were to make Cameroon united, as if federation was equal to division. You know, there was a newspaper here that I read. There was a certain intellectual who said, intellectual who said that if Anglophones insist on federalism, they are going to call for Betis secession. It is very unfortunate. Federalism has never been division. What has divided this country more is this 20th May 1972 referendum, because they came together to organize unity among the elites, how they will share the riches of Cameroon among themselves, while the masses suffer. And that is what the so-called Anglophones of the northwest and southwest regions, those of the former southern Cameroons, are saying vehemently no. And those that participated in building this 1972 stuff that they are commemorating today, let Victor Mokete, may his soul rest in peace, and before he died, in his dying declarations, political declarations, on the floor of Senate, he noted that the unitary state has failed, and that this unity state could not guarantee functional unity, and that it was time to get to a federal dispensation and make the unity of Cameroon functional in the best interest of the people. We therefore need to get into that new dispensation with a lot of political sanity, so that the interest of the common man be put at the forefront, so that governance will be happening at the base. Since 1972 and coming to 1996, when we had, for example, Article 66 of the Constitution talking about the declaration of the assets, I just want to prove to you that this is an elitist arrangement against the Cameroonian people. Since 1996, why has Article 66 not been applied? Because they know that if they apply it, Cameroon will not have a government, and we are going to purge Cameroon of all those that are feeding on Cameroon like parasites, and we will have good governance in the best interest of the people. We will have governance at the base, which is in the federal dispensation. We will not be talking about acceleration of decentralization today, and the common man will be rejoicing as brothers. Cameroonians are brothers, whether so-called Anglophones or Francophones, they are brothers. What is dividing us is this elitist arrangement that has made it in such a way that there is a very small group of a very small elite group that is feeding on the rest of Cameroonians like parasites.